Hey, Turnbuckle King here. Got another good Smackdown reaction to the show tonight. So tune in. Let's get ready. All right. Got top 10 Friday Night Smackdown moments this week. We also have WWE Smackdown Live commentary reaction. With that being said, let the tribal chief of content introduce himself as he always do. See who came into my ring. CeeLo Maya, salute to you, bro. Thanks for coming out. You know, it's a Friday night. We gonna talk about it. For those who are familiar with the show, you know, I go ahead and share the screen and we break down each moment of Friday Night Smackdown. If not, that's the format of how I do it. So let's get into it. So Friday Night Smackdown starts off. We have the Rey Mysterio vs. Santos Escobar match. That's tonight. This is the one where it's advertised as shown in the thumbnail here as I displayed. The first thumbnail was this. This is for the United States Championship. Rey Mysterio, the reigning champion, versus his fellow LWO member, Santos Escobar. So that's one of the match advertised. And Charlotte Flair versus Bayley. Second thumbnail. They have a match. And then others. And Bobby Lashley on Grayson Waller show. Now we have Jimmy Uso solo and Paul Heyman come to the ring. They cut a little promo. He said John Cena's the second greatest of all time, only behind Roman. Then later we talk about how John Cena was attacked last week. And they say John Cena, AJ Styles not here. And that John Cena had trouble, with transportation issues coming to SmackDown. AJ Styles still in the hospital from the attack last week. And then they say John Cena's scared, and there'll be a 2-on-1 for next week's Fastlane event, PLE, next Saturday, October 1st. Now, we have Carl Anderson. He comes out to attack Jimmy Uso, and they didn't show a commercial break. It went to commercial break, but ended up being a match. So we had basically, this is exactly a impromptu match. So Carl's for Jimmy Uso. Nothing spectacular. Jimmy beats Carl Anderson. He had Jimmy raked to Carl's eyes. He was able to hit the frog splash, and that was a super kick. Then a frog splash. And then that was it. Match over. Then later on, they jumped him, Solo and Jimmy, and Blue Gals and AJ's out. Crown for John Cena. Mi Chin coming out. She slaps Jimmy Uso after he taunted her. Then they cut a promo of Santos Escobar stating that, that's about United States Championship. He said he's nervous for the championship match tonight, but it's his dream and he's ready to fight Rey, and Rey's in the fight of his life. Then we get Grayson Waller effect show, having Bobby Lashley on there. Hopefully he tries to give the rub to Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is been unimpressed with how the Street Profits had that loss last week. And he said he thought he saw something, but he made a mistake. He didn't. And then Street Profits came out to try to talk to Bobby. Bobby cut him off saying, hey, I don't want to talk to you right now. If you want to do anything, you got to show me. Can't just tell me, you got to show me. So until now, it's
Bye-bye, bitch.
yep, it's bye-bye until you prove otherwise. Next, we have Grayson Waller. He pushes that him else theory should be with Lashley, and he's not happy about that. But we do have Austin Theory versus Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes on the way he been at. He been absent on TV. Obviously got called for too many routes from NXT. He's been barely seen on television. So it's good to get him some TV time. Nothing spectacular about this match. We showed Dragon Lee in a segment from NXT. He's been on all shows this week. He's been on Raw, his own show NXT. Now he's on Smackdown. So who knows? What you say, CeeLo? He going to cut the Street Profits off? Yeah, he might. If Street Profits don't do nothing impressive later on, he will eventually cut them off. I don't think anything's going to happen if unless Street Profits do something really, really big besides just attacking people and trying to basically beg to Bobby to show them, to let them see what talent they got. Moving along, we had the match. Like I said, they show Dragon Lee. Austin Theory defeats Cameron Grimes by pinfall. I gotta put this match as one of my favorites, so this goes on the list.
You just made the list. Oh no! Oh.
So we have Caleb Braxton talking to Rey Mysterio. He said he wants Santos Escobar to bring it. Then after the match, Austin Dragon Lee got into a ringside. Didn't care for that too much. Now we have Rey versus Santos Escobar, United States Championship on the line. And we have Zelina, the sexy Zelina Vega at ringside looking good. So anyway, and they promoted top 25 SmackDown moments countdown show for Fox. That should be interesting. I don't know if it should be hopefully they do it right, because I don't want them saying, I don't want them doing moments, then it's some weird, dumb moments. I don't want to feel like Booker T.
Tell me you did not just say that.
So they have the match. And Jimmy Uso, before the match, he attacked Ashante the Adonis backstage. He's just attacking everybody, so can't nobody be seen as partner. Like, Jimmy Uso's so bad now. It's weird with that storyline, but I'll get more into that later. Santos Escobar, Grease Dragon Lee. This was a great match. Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, good back and forth, a lot of near falls. At some points, you thought Santos had it right there, but Rey kicked out, and you thought Rey had it. Santos kicked out. They reversed each other's moves. They know each other so well in the ring. Selena even seemed concerned ringside, like who's going to win. Even she was on the edge of her toes at some point. But everyone was cheering it, and Rey tried to hit a 619 at one point. I know Santos blocked it, hit it with his feet. He did his move, carried him on his arm, on top of him, took him down, took Rey down 1-2, kick out. Very, very good match by this man. Maybe the match of the night for all I know, as far as I'm concerned. So this was really good. Gory special locked in. Yes. And Rey Andre his way out of it. Very good back and forth for both men. With the world backbreak for Santos Escobar. Escobar, he put a good fight in. But at the end, Rey Mysterio was victorious and retained his United States Championship. And it seemed like we were getting a tease of the Santos Escobar turning heel. Because I could tell in that story, he's getting tired of Rey Mysterio running the whole thing as far as United States Championship run. He's tired of the face that run the place.
That runs the place?
He's tired of that. He's tired of losing. It's almost gonna be like if you guys follow AEW, it's almost like a Sam Guevara, Chris Jericho thing. Recently, Sam Guevara last week hugged Chris Jericho after losing. Chris Jericho's his mentor. He low blowed him, and now there's a feud between Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. That's where I think this Rey Mysterio Santos Escobar I think is going. So Street Profits came out, attacked later on. Bobby seemed happy, but like you said here, CeeLo, what you say earlier, he still ain't gonna mess with the Profits though. That's one time he did seem happy for now, but you gotta do more than that because you want the streak to keep going of you impressing Bobby Lashley. Because once it's done, once your streak is done,
The streak is over.
and then there's no chance that Bobby's going to deal with you no more.
No chance in hell.
So moving along, they push Jade Cargill. They are really, really hyping her up. She come to WWE. I think they're doing this not only because she's a decent, very good physical athlete, but they're trying to stick it to AEW. That's what I think on that. And if you guys agree with me, give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Moving along, we have the Charlotte Flair about to have her match versus Bayley. Here we go again. I'm tired of Charlotte Flair and Bayley. They need. I actually want Jade Cargill to come in there. We need some more women competitors. We need something fresh, something new. Bayley, she do what she always do. She been doing it since she been back with the when she debuted the whole. What these people name again? What's this group name again? Damage Control, and that's exactly what they are. Damaged. She lose the match. Not surprising. Charlotte Flair wins. Let's cut to the chase. And she won after a spear, not even her figure 8 lock, not even her natural selection move, but after a spear. And now Charlotte Flair cut a promo before a match saying, "What happened? You barely you won the force four horsewomen. Now you can't bash for EO." And I agree. Bayley has not done nothing. But at the same token, Damage Control is not about Bayley. It's about elevating Dakota Kai and the champion EO Sky, WWE Women's Champion. And then when it was about to jump Charlotte Flair, the Damage Control, Asuka came out to save Charlotte Flair. And then Bayley made the match of Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus EO Sky at Fastlane next week for the WWE Women's Championship. Don't know what to think of that. That might be interesting for all we know. Is EO going to retain, or she going to give him that work?
Get that work, son.
So John Cena's next. Judgment Day returns next week. Oh yeah, and they talked about Jay versus Damian Priest next week on Raw. So we have Cena come out. He talks about if he has only no tag team partner, he will fight the Bloodline by himself next week at Fastlane, October 7th, in a tag team match. And he fights like last week, tried to take them on himself. He took on Solo and Jimmy. He tried the AA Solo, similar last week. He got super kicked. And then LA Knight came out, surprisingly. LA Knight came out, hit the BFT to Solo, and LA Knight elbowed Jimmy. Cena back up. And then that's it. Cena and LA Knight stand tall. LA Knight couldn't attend Smackdown last week because he reportedly had COVID-19. So he's back now. That match will be John Cena and LA Knight at Fastlane versus the Bloodline, the team of Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. And that is all for Friday Night Smackdown to end the show. That is all regarding that. So it was a solid show, not bad. Not a bad show. It wasn't bad. I like the match between Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio. Of course, Cena, the Bloodline thing. LA Knight coming back. I like I mentioned about the Asuka, EO, and Charlotte for next week at Fastlane. We had the Street Profits come out with Bobby Lashley again. He's trusting him again. They seem to have more resilience. Another moment was, I'm trying to think of another moment. Bloodline taking out everybody, trying to like John Cena, you ain't gonna have no partner. Also, was good this week was the pushing Jay Cargill, be some more boosts to the women's division. Um, Also, like other three moments I liked tonight was how they're teasing Santos heel with heel turn against Rey Mysterio. They're really pushing that, see where it's going. And seem like it's some problem with damage control. Maybe Bailey that may break up soon. I see Bailey's going to end up being jealous of EO, like I said months ago. That may happen. And the last thing I can think of is when is Roman's going to be coming back soon. He will be coming back soon, so I can't wait for that. We got Fastlane next Saturday, October 7th. So we'll be doing a review of that show. But that's all I have regarding the subject of top 10 Friday Night SmackDown moments this week. And also WWE Friday Night SmackDown live show commentary reaction. So that's what I have on there this week for SmackDown. Thank you all for coming out. Soon 2 videos will pop up. One would be why women wrestlers are getting pregnant. Why women wrestlers are getting pregnant. The other video would be when Randy Orton goes from boy to man. And the champ's going to head out. You guys have a good weekend. We got NXT No Mercy tomorrow night. We'll stream that. We'll have that streaming going. NXT No Mercy this Saturday. And then I'm going to try to check out AEW Wrestle Dream if you're AEW fans. And of course, next week we have Fastlane. But Champ will be heading out. Until then, it is OUT.